Hey, what's up, guys? Sebastian Castillo here, and I wanted to post a quick follow-up video to what I posted the other day about how you shouldn't come to Cancun if you want to date Latinas. And so this is mostly going to be about why it's so important to stick to something even when it seems like nothing is going right for you. Because I made that video mostly due to frustration after being going out for weeks and weeks and weeks to the beach, to the mall, and trying cold approach and not getting much out of it. And so I thought it was funny because what happened yesterday is I went to the beach again. It was Sunday, and I really wasn't expecting anything at all. And so the very first girl that I approached on the beach yesterday ended up going home with me. And I don't say this to brag or anything like that, right? So I'll dig into the story a little bit here. What happened was I got to the beach around 4:15, 4:30, and I walked around a bit like I usually do, looking around, and then I put down my towel. And before I even approached any woman, I took some time to kind of prime myself first, which is something I haven't been doing and I need to do, that I recommend all of you do if you're in this game or if you're in sales in any form. Before you even get on the phone with anyone, you just tell yourself, I can close any prospect. Or when it comes to women, I can get any woman. Sounds delusional, but this kind of stuff actually works. And it doesn't hurt. It takes 5 minutes to just tell yourself a couple of things that you want to happen, right? You tell yourself, every woman I talk to is attracted to me. You tell yourself, I can get any woman I want. I'm super attractive, right? All the stuff that's going to help prime your mind so that you're in the right state to get success. And so what happened in this case was, after laying down my towel for a little bit, I got up, walked around, and actually as I was leaving, because I didn't see too many girls at the beach, surprisingly, who were kind of like my type. As I was leaving, I saw two girls sat on a towel almost right next to the shore. And one of them looked really good from the back. So I thought, you know what, screw it. Let's do this, right? If I can get any girl I want, then I can get a girl that's sitting with her friend. And this is already a step above what most guys will do. Most guys are already scared enough to just approach one girl who's alone. Now think about how difficult it is to approach girls who are with a friend or in a group. I've done that, and it's usually very nerve-wracking, but it can work out very well because no matter what kind of result you get from it, anyone who sees that, including the girls themselves, have to admit it takes balls for a guy to do something like that. So yeah, if you can kind of picture this here, I was kind of up higher, right? She was down here with her friend, and then so I kind of walked around. And then I got kind of in front of her, and then as I was walking past her, I looked down, and then we just made eye contact, and I just opened, and I said, hey, what's up? How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And right from the get-go, she was super friendly. She invited me to come sit down, and then I told her straight up what's on my mind. And then we started talking, and usually I don't sit around and chit chat anymore, right? I'll just get a number, or I'll put my number in their phone and then proceed on with my day. But they were super friendly, they were super nice, and like within 5 minutes, actually, she was in my lap, and we were all over each other, even with her friend right there, right? And then I invited her to come straight back to my place, and she said, well, I don't want to just abandon my friend here, right? So I said, okay, take my number down, and then, if you got time later today, send me a message, which she did. And so it was maybe 9 o'clock. I was still downtown, and I thought, well, what the heck, why not, right? She had sent me a message, so I got her contact information as well. And I reached out, I said, hey, what's up? Do you want to come by tonight, or would another day be better? And then she said, yeah, sure, send me your location. And so I thought, okay, well, awesome. And lo and behold, she dropped by later, and we had a lot of fun. We had a great time. And on top of that, while I was after the beach, I went over to, and what happened is I was waiting at the bus stop, and there was another really good looking girl right there. And I opened her, and she was super friendly. And she had to catch the bus, right? So she was in a bit of a hurry, but I took down her number, and then we set up a date for this Thursday. So this is how things can start panning out right when you're about to give up. Oh, and I almost forgot that on Saturday, the day previous, I went out to the beach again. Didn't see much of anything there, so then I went over to the mall. And as I was walking up the stairs at the entrance of the mall, there was an American chick just texting on her phone. She looked good. And so I just opened in Spanish, right? She said, "Oh, I don't speak Spanish, blah, blah, blah." And then, before you knew it, we were having a friendly conversation, right? It seemed like she was really excited and happy to be speaking with me. And then I told her, we should get together before you leave. And then she said, she pulled her phone out and she was like, "Put your number in my phone." I didn't even have to suggest it. And so we set up a date for tomorrow. She's leaving on Wednesday, so we'll see if that pans out or not. But the main point here, guys, it's not even just focused on the skill of cold approaching women, but anything. Sending out cold emails to secure clients for a freelancing business, any kind of business, right? Whatever action it is that maybe you've been doing consistently that hasn't quite yielded the results you want, it's so cliche, but honestly, just stick to it. Because at the end of the day, cold approaching and taking hours of the day to go out and do that is not the most efficient strategy. I recognize that. At least for me, right? Because I have to get on the bus because of my circumstances, it's just a more economical option right now. And I have to stay on there for half an hour, 45 minutes to get to the beach. And then usually I have to take at least 45 minutes to an hour at the beach to, scout around. But if you live in a major city, as I've touched on earlier in my video about having a target-rich environment, right? If you live in the heart of downtown, if you live in Brickell, Miami, for example, every single day you're gonna see beautiful women walking around. It's like a candy shop, right? So it's a lot more efficient in a scenario like that, right? And this is what I think all of you should be striving towards, right? When it comes to dating. And then with business, I wish I could give you more insight in that regard, but I'm not quite there yet, although I should be this year. And I'm getting there. I'm climbing up. At the end of the day, don't give up. Whatever it is you're trying to do, keep doing it. Be flexible in your strategy, but firm in your vision. And so I've taken about 8 minutes of your time to relay that very simple message, but it always helps to kind of explain why, right? And share personal anecdotes on how these principles actually help, because it did in this sense, right? I think I must have been talking to 30, 40, even 50 girls who all kind of rejected me, or some of them who we exchanged numbers, but nothing panned out, right? So talk to the average guy, he would just quit altogether after something like that, right? The average dude is not going to be pushing forward after even just a couple of rejections, let alone 20, 30, 40, 50 women who reject him, right? So if you can just stay true to the game and stay consistent, the rewards are there. It's proven. I literally just proved it. So there you go, guys. Whatever it is that share that with me in the comments. Those of you who watch this channel often, let's just get the dialogue going here, right? I'm not trying to sell anything here. I'm really just trying to share my experiences so that we can all kind of exchange notes and get better together. So if you're doing something similar to what I'm doing right now, or you have anything that's kind of in the same vein, definitely share it, and let's try to help each other out, okay? So that's it for today, guys. Take care.